Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Guzzy and this is Chat with Guzzy. Please, if you're here to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button and click on notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. Biggie's house has been on fire, and it's courtesy of the biggest agents. They were the ones that brought the fire to the house. Now, you all must have known Damilola, Ruthee, and Chingwe, they are back to the Big Brothers house. Now, I'm going to start from the very beginning of this whole matter. And even how Kellyrae fought with Kassia, how the house has pretty much been upside down. So let's just get right into this video because there's no time to check time. Now we had seen the parrot at first coming to speak. The parrot, we all know how we have dragged the parrot, saying that the parrot is not giving the season and all. The parrot has only spoken once in that house, and he's not just giving. Well, the parrot came to speak yesterday, and the parrot was like, he don't tire. These housemates, they are killing his vibe, they are killing his career. That previous season, they give, they spill. But these housemates, all they know how to do is sleep, sleep, sleep. There's nothing to spill. That's what the parrot said. And when the parrot said that, I had known that something was coming, especially seeing this poster that Big Brother had made, reading nothing but freeze and shake up. And it was dated yesterday. I'm like, okay, there's going to be a lot happening today. And now I've been hearing rumors online of people saying that Big Brother will return some housemates. But I did not say it on this channel because I'm like, we're not going to be basing ourselves on any rumors. If he brings them, fine. If he doesn't bring them, fine. And little did we know that Big Brother had things off his sleeves. Yes, so apparently Biggie had told the housemates to freeze. Yes, and they had actually sat to talk about their wager and all that. Biggie had told them to freeze, and while they froze, ninjas had entered and done the whole whipping cream stuff. Remember, this is not the first time ninjas are entering to do whipping and cream saga. That's spraying the housemates with whipping cream and all. Now, those ninjas had come. They were three. They had done that. In fact, one of them had told Kellyrae to stand up from his head of house chair to move, and she had sat on the chair and all. The spraying was bad. Some people got it worse than the rest. Remember how the last time it was Tofa that got it worse than others? This particular time, it was Wanni that got it worse. And then Biggie had then unfrozen them. The ninjas had also removed their marks and all, and the housemates and the viewers had seen that okay, the ninjas were Ruthee, Chinwe, and Dami. Now, some of the housemates were excited. At first, they were greeting them and all, hugs and all. Someone like Wanni didn't even stand up from her seat. Yes, because first of all, Wanni isn't feeling too well. Also, she has her waist problem that is giving her a lot of headache at the moment. She also is on her period, so that again is going on. And then with the weeping thing, it had even entered her eyes. She couldn't even walk up the stairs and all. It was Onyeka that led her there and all that. So okay, some or most of the housemates welcomed the new housemates. They are new. Eh, back into the house and all. They were hugs, they were you shall understand. And then this had been the beginning of a long day for the housemates. Yes, these three ladies, it is clear to everybody, including the blind, that they came for war. We had Dami reclaiming Tofa. If you don't understand what I mean by reclaiming, basically doing the whole eye contact, hugging him so much, and the likes. Like it was so much that everybody could notice that there is something here, or there was something here. Now the housemates had gathered again for the wager. Well, before I even talk about that gathering again for the wager, we had Nelly very much upset with Topher. Yes, she was changing it for Topher. She wasn't even finding it funny because she's like, why are you hugging Dami like that? Why do you feel like you have the nerves, you have the guts to disrespect my friend in that manner? For her, she wasn't having it. She wasn't cool that Topher was hugging Dami like that, and she bought Anita's fight. Yes, she bought it with her full chest while they were trying to clean up, because I mean they had to shower again and all before they had gathered for the wager again. So she was angry, she was mad pissed at Tofa, because I mean it was, for her it was so disrespectful that what is it called, Tofa would disrespect Anita in that manner, knowing fully well that okay, oh, this dummy of a girl have told you that she likes you, she's feeling you and all before she left this house. You have told my friend that there's nothing there, so why not respect yourself and do the needful? Now, wetin dey call am, she was so pissed, she had cleared him. Tofa had gone into the room to go and apologize to Anita and all that drama. Now, while they had gathered for the wager, another thing happened. So apparently, Tofa and Anita had taken themselves out of the group, and they were just trying to talk around the matter and all. And Anita felt like there was a time she held Tofa, that Tofa removed her hand, and Anita was not having it. Anita was like, why do you have to pull my hand down? Why do you have to remove my hand? And Tofa was trying to explain that no, he wasn't doing that and all. He had called Onyeka. Onyeka was coming, and that was why he was pulling the hand and all. And Anita was like, okay, Onyeka have been in this house since, she knows we are together. Onyeka cannot feel a certain kind of way because you see us because she sees us hold hands. That doesn't make sense and all that. And waiting they call am, Onyeka was like, no, that they don't need this. And Anita kissed Tofa. She was kissing Tofa there. I say, wahala, wahala. Dami is really mounting pressure on this ship. And Onyeka just kept on saying, yes, this is what you guys need and all, no distraction. And I'm like, Onyeka, why being two-faced right now? Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because earlier on, she had a conversation with Dami, and she was basically telling Dami that she is behind her. She knows that Dami is coming to rock things, and she has her back. This kind Dami continue. Basically fueling whatever Dami's mission was. So in my head, I'm like, you're fueling Dami's mission, and you're coming to tell Nelly and Tofa, Anita and Tofa that yes, this is what they need and all that. For me, it doesn't make sense, because then she was telling Dami this is why she did not enter ship, that if she had entered ship now and this type of thing had happened, her heart would be beating boom 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 boom. This is why she did not enter ship and all that. And I'm like, Onyeka, later you will start saying that people are saying things you did not say. You will start chasing invisible shadows. Moving from that, we had seen Onyeka with Wanni. Onyeka was basically talking about how if you plan for her, you will not succeed, because I mean her God will not let you succeed. We saw Wanni, basically I will call it a pep talk. She was giving herself a pep talk, basically saying that you are not going to fight with evicted housemates. No, you're not going to fight with people whose pictures are on the wall. Yes, for her, she's like, nah, she's not giving anybody content. She's not giving anybody what is it called, highlights. She will keep ignoring. The new Wanni will keep ignoring, because she cannot afford to put herself in that situation. Now, what do I think about this? For me, this is a smart move, because Wanni, that we all know, is hot-tempered. Now, I'm also wondering how far she can go with ignoring, because Ruthee has been on her case since Ruthee entered the house. Ruthee has been on her case even during the pool party, but we'll get there. This video is a gradual process. Then the fight started rolling. Yes, first of all, we had seen Ocee and Ruthee. Yes, what had caused the problem? Plantain. If you remember correctly, on Monday when the housemates got their shopping things, the things they shopped for, the items they had shopped for, they had shared the eggs, they had shared the plantain. Yes, and this they've been doing for a while now, because I mean, that way, everybody gets to eat those two products. If not, there are people that will not eat any of those two products, and then the product will finish. So they had actually done the sharing of the plantains and the eggs. Now Ruthie came and she was shouting how she's hungry, she's hungry. She had gone into the kitchen and she had picked the plantain, and Ocee was basically telling her that, come girl, that plantain you're picking is not for the house. It is for myself, it is for my brother, and it is for Wanni. And Ruthie was not having it. Ruthie was talking about how she was going to eat the plantain that she can see. And that was how two of them went into a slight altercation. And Ocee had just left it like, do your thing. You get that kind stuff. He had left it and just freed the matter. Now let's move on from that and talk about the fight between Chinwe and Nelly. For me, if I was this housemate's shoes, I will actually not fight with this evicted housemate, especially if I am actually serious. Like, if I'm cruising about the fight, fine. But if it's something that will get heated, nah, I will not do that. Reason because they have nothing to lose. When you're fighting with someone that has nothing to lose, it's not always good. Well, let's start from the beginning of the fight. Now, they had gathered for the wager and they were basically talking, and then Chinwe had looked for Nelly's mouth, because she had said, I mean, may we do this wager now? The last time I was in the house before I left, I was being accused of being a saboteur of wager. So I'm here now all for the wager. Now, this is something she has said in the air, and it was basically a shade at Nelly. Remember, they had an issue with Nelly even talking about on the live show how within the column, how she felt like Chinwe was sabotaging the wager because of how she was behaving and all that. Plus, Chinwe, the whole outfit thing that they had given two of them the same outfit, and Chinwe was carrying face and she looked hotter in the outfit than Chinwe. That had happened, and Chinwe had not said anything and all that, and Chinwe was evicted. So you get that whole piled up energy from the two of them. So Chinwe had thrown that in the air, and Nelly had responded saying, yes, because you were. In my head, I'm like, okay. This is the same Nelly that Wanni have said a lot of things concerning her relationship and all, but she has never for once faced Wanni to talk about it or have a conversation with Wanni about it, because for her it's just not necessary. And on the other hand, with Chinwe, she's like, nah, we are gonna have it. Now, as she has said that, Chinwe responded with, no, you're not going to say that to me. And Nelly responded, telling her, I'm going to say it, shut the fuck up, that's why you left early and all. And Chinwe was having no part of that. Yes, Chinwe was telling her, shut the fuck up, look at you. And before we knew what was happening, I mean, by this time, it was still all fun and vibes. Because, I mean, they were not up in each other's faces. And Nelly had gotten up and had gone to Chinwe's face, yes, to ask her, are you mad? And Chinwe had gotten up. Chinwe felt disrespected by that, and Chinwe was like, you dey craze, abi waiting. You come my front, they ask me nonsense question. Let me see what you're going to do. Is it that you're smoking something bigger than you? And it became another thing, yes. At some point, because we are now face to face, Anita had quickly gotten up to hold Nelly. Suit had gotten up to hold Nelly, and sorry, but I felt like it was when they held Nelly that Nelly started vibrating the more. That's what I felt, because as Nelly had gone to her face, it was just, are you mad? And she was still eating her munchies, and but I felt like when they held her, that was when the ginger came. This guy, leave me, let me fight. Leave me. If not be said that they hold me, I for finish you for year, that kind of thing. Well, if you ask me who won this particular fight, I would say with the words and all Chinwe did. I know Chinwe has nothing to lose. Chinwe was saying, no, leave her. Come, let me see the worst you can do. I'm like, hi. Now, this was kind of provocation if you look at it. And last, if he cast, if to say Nelly hit her or something, now Nelly for lose because Chinwe has nothing to lose. Chinwe is an evicted housemate that just came into the house to play Biggie's games. And if you guys have been watching my video, you hear when I've been saying that this particular season is Big Brother that is giving the content, not the housemates. I mean, the housemates are making his show bored and all, so he has decided to spice things up by bringing the evicted housemates. Chinwe said a lot of things to Nelly, even talking about how she's helping her career, how, I mean, she has revived the deaf and dumb. Nelly has been in the house since she has been deaf, she has been dumb. All of a sudden now she has a mouth to speak. And I'm like, it's all right. It's okay. At least the house is not as boring as it used to be. But let me know your thoughts about how you feel this whole game is and how you're seeing this whole agent stuff. And at some point, the fight looked like it was a 2 versus 1 situation because Ruthee kept on pouring the fire and all. At some point she was like, it's okay, let's continue, let's do the wager and all. And Chinwe was like, yes, no problem, she's sitting down for the wager. However, all of them were there, they were talking. I'm going to deal with you, talking to Nelly. And Nelly was like, make sure you keep this energy and make sure you keep to your words and all. In fact, they had called Nelly low budget. It was later on they were stating the low budgets that they mean. Low budget Messieke. Nelly had insulted why am I saying Nelly? Chinwe had insulted Nelly's bomb, talking about how it's hanging and all. Chinwe's handler, on the other hand, had posted, I don't deliver part 1, make una wait for part 2. I say wahala. For me, Nelly just entered Chinwe's trap, and I feel like there's more to come. These 3 housemates were being given tour, yes, like so that they get to know whose bed is whose and all. And then when they had seen Suj and Nelly's bed, Ruthee had made a statement saying, I see cum on the bed. For me, I feel like Ruthee caps a lot. Yes, that's the way I see Ruthee. And my thought has not changed because, I mean, how are you just coming and you've started blabbing about how you see cum on bed and how you don't see cum on bed? Well, moving on from that, me on the other hand had seen they had shown her that okay, this was Ocee's bed and the rest, and she was like that's where she's going to stay. She had laid the bed and all, and I'm like, which kind wahala be all this one? Well, Onyeka had stayed on the bed and was like, I mean, she's waiting for Dami to come and talk to her, but it's not going to be anything serious. Yes. Now, moving on from all that serene. So when they were preparing for the bank bets tax, yes, Wanni was talking about how Kassia had told her that she should fight and if Ruthee comes for her and they come for her, she should give it back to them. But she's not going to give anybody highlights that, I mean, it's not necessary. Yes, she has been avoiding Ruthee since Ruthee came, and she's still going to keep avoiding and ignoring Ruthee. For her, she's not going to entertain that. And Ruthee have been doing a lot. Ruthee have been giving some comments and all that, and she will keep ignoring her. I'm like, Wanni, how long can this last? Because we all know that Wanni is the hot-tempered one, while Handy is the calm one. So I'm wondering how long this can last because well, Onyeka was talking about the pool party, how they should come and rock her. Suj and Tofa should come and rock her because if Dami is being rocked or any of the evicted housemates that returned, if they were being rocked, their ships are not going to find it funny with them. Yes. Now, moving on from that, for the is it bank bet tax that they did? Yes. The winners of that tax was team more bonus, and that was Tofa and Ocee. So congratulations to them. Now let's talk about the pool party briefly. First things first, I don't know, I feel like Wanni and Handy have a very good telepathism, because I mean, what are the odds that Wanni is outside the Handy is outside the house, Wanni is in the house, yet they both wore pink yesterday and they both rocked the same necklace. Like, what are the odds? I love it for them. Actually, it shows that their bond is actually very, very tight. Now, moving to the pool party, a lot happened. They were shaking of bomb and the rest. However, we had seen, first of all, before I tell you this part, let me refresh your minds back a bit. There was a conversation that Kassia and Victoria had, and in that conversation, they were talking about how they did not get any snack to eat during the last pool party. So during this pool party, they are going to take as many as possible. Yes, as many as they want, they will take, because last time people were not considerate towards them, so they are not going to be considerate to anyone this particular week. Yes, so we had seen before their own drama, we had seen the Mbadiwe twins. They had gone to where the alcohols were kept and all. Big Brother had given them 2 bottles of gin, and now that why am I saying gin? 2 bottles of Godon. These 2 boys had brought out bottles, yes, Pepsi bottles, empty cans, yes, they had brought it out, and they were turning the Godon's drink in those cans, like in those rubbers, and they took them inside. Only them finished almost a full bottle of Godons. And I mean, that drink is meant to be for all of them, the 14 of them, and only 2 of them downed one. It was very little that from the bottle that was remaining that Onyeka took, meaning the remaining of them had to share the other 1 bottle, because everybody not know how the other one take waka. Well, Kassia and Victoria had done their own operation. Kassia had taken 6 meat pie and she had taken it to the head of house lounge. Yes, Victoria had carried 2 and Victoria had given Kassia, and Kassia had added it, making 8. Now, someone had told Kellyrae that Kassia alone took 8 meat pies, and Kellyrae had gone to meet Kassia. This kind, Kassia, how far? Why would you take 8 meat pies? Like, what on earth is that? And Kassia was like, who told you I took 8 meat pie? By the way, 2 out of those 8 meat pies are not mine. I took 6. 2 are for Vicky. 2 are for Victoria. And Kellyrae was like, where you keep them? And she was like, she kept it in the head of house lounge. And Kellyrae was like, okay, she should go and bring it. And she's like, no, who told you I took 8 meat pies? And Kellyrae wasn't budging to tell her who had told him that. Yes, and this had gotten her upset. She did not even go to bring the meat pie. She was that pissed, and she wanted to know who had told him. Now, Kellyrae had gone ahead to go and carry 2 out of that meat pie that she had kept in the head of house lounge, and he had brought it outside for the house, basically. And Kassia was not having it. Kassia was very upset about this. This their fight had lasted till this morning, like no jokes. Baba beg, he beg, In fact, you know that they've been sleeping in the head of house lounge together, and it has been given and all that. However, this particular night, she did not sleep in the head of house lounge. She had gone to sleep in her room. Yes, is a sunrise room. She had gone there to stay and all. And he had come to her to speak to her and all. She was ignoring him. Then later, she started forming like she was sleeping and all. He was trying to talk to her. She was ignoring him. He had even told her, okay, let's talk. A few people had spoken to him. We had the Mbadiwe twins and Victoria who had spoken to him and all. Then, what is it called? He had spoken to her. For where she not respond. Shasha later, they had gone to the head of house room, and there they were having a discussion. He was apologizing and all, but then again, he was trying to let her see where she had erred. For him, he was like, okay, so you would not go and bring the meat pie when I asked you to bring the meat pie. Meaning, other people's views and all are more important to you than whatever I have to say. And she's like, no. that is not it. I would not go and bring the meat pie if you did not tell me who told you. It's simple. For her, she felt like this is not the first time Kellyrae is doing this. That there was a few days ago, she had heard voices and she had asked Kellyrae what happened, what was going on, and it related to him. Kellyrae had refused to tell her and she had locked up about it. And then today again, someone had told him something about her and he had refused to what is it called? To tell her. So that whole thing was pissing her off. See, even as at 4 a.m., Kellyrae still dey beg. Well, this whole thing, what me I did not get is explaining the matter to Ruthie. Like, Ruthie. I don't see this video, people might say I have something personal against Ruthie, but I don't even care. Because for me, I'm like, you are married. You shouldn't be carrying your married gist to just anybody. In fact, you shouldn't be carrying your marriage gist to people in the first place. Your marriage wahala is meant to be between you and your wife. Why giving another person info about the fight between you and your wife? For me, does not make sense. Well, let's go back to the party. So we had seen Ruthie. Wanni was dancing in a place and Ruthie had gone there. Basically, Ruthie has been looking for Wanni. She has been looking for every avenue to get on under Wanni's skin and all. Wanni ignored Ruthie. In fact, Wanni left that place for Ruthie. Later, Wanni was with waiting they call him Nelly, and they were talking and laughing. And it was clear that it was the whole Ruthie thing with Chinwe thing that they were laughing at. And throughout the pool party, anytime Ruthie comes towards Wanni would just move aside and Wanni would be laughing seriously. This guy, I know what you're doing. You're trying to come to me. You're trying to get a fight from me. But girl, I'm not giving you that highlight. Now let's talk about the after party serere. We'll come to Dami and Tofa later. But let's deal with Chinwe and Ruthie. They had a lot to say. Yes. First of all, they had spoken about them by the way twins. Yes. For Ruthie, they are two-faced. Yes. And for Chinwe was like, no, she doesn't see them as two-faced. She feels like they are playing the game. And Ruthie was of the opinion that no, they are two-faced, that they know that they've been outside. So they are trying to be careful because they don't know the perception that people have of them outside the house. Yes. And for her, you see this whole food thing, she does not care. You see this whole thing that they'll give food to people and people will go and cover it and keep it. She's in the house now. If she sees your food covered, she's going to eat it. She does not care what will happen. Especially if the food is for Wanni. If she sees a food for Wanni, she's going to eat it. And we all know how Wanni was with that whole egg thing when they had done the whole egg thing of taking the eggs. But when she had realized, she had shouted about it and all, but when she had realized that, okay, it was it could be the ninjas that had taken it, she was calm about it. Now imagine Ruthie goes to take Wanni's eggs. Remember, the eggs were shared. Imagine Ruthie goes to take it. Or imagine Ruthie actually taking Wanni's food when Wanni covers the food. Will Wanni be able to still ignore? Saying that we ignore is different from actually ignoring, no. But let's see how it plays out. Yes, because we had seen before that whole thing during the day, we had seen Ruthie go into the kitchen to cook, and she was basically saying that Wanni should not enter the kitchen and all. Wanni not even near kitchen. Wanni did not even near there because, as I said earlier, she's giving Ruthie space and it was what did they call him? Onyeka that brought her food to her. Wanni has also left the Sunset bedroom. And Onyeka had asked her, why you leave Sunset bedroom? And she has said, Ruthie has gone to Sunset bedroom. So she is leaving the Sunset bedroom for Ruthie. Basically avoiding Ruthie. I remember that when Ruthie had left the house, they had told Big Brother, both herself and Handy had told Big Brother that with that whole fight with Ruthie that night, it had kind of affected them psychologically and all. That whole thing was too toxic for them and they don't like such energy. So Wanni is basically distancing herself from anything Ruthie. Now, continuing from the conversation for Chinwe and Ruthie, they kept on talking, yes, and they started talking about Nelly, started talking about how her bum is hanging, how the way she was shaking it, they started laughing that bum is hanging, and I'm like, I'm sorry to say, this whole body shaming thing for me is a no-no. Reason being, personally, I feel like Chinwe's bum is also hanging. So if your bum is hanging, how are you also shading somebody that their bum is hanging? Baby girl, talk about another thing. Insult her on another thing, not about her bum, because two of you are sitting on the same table. You are shaking a table that you are sitting on. For me, it does not make sense. Now, I don't even want to know if Chinwe did her bum or not. Is it hanging or is it not hanging? It is hanging the way Nelly's bum is hanging. So, I mean, this whole body shaming thing on Nelly, I don't get it. They start talking how she's the low budget of Messieke and all. And I'm like, people were outside the house. People have seen that Messieke is supporting the girl regardless. So why this shade? For me, not follow. Ruthie started talking about how Nelly looks like a 40 years woman, and Chinwe was like, okay, let's say she looks 33, and they were laughing and all that. For them, that whole Messieke thing, calling her low budget Messieke is an upgrade for her. She not even reached the low budget Messieke, basically. Then Chinwe was talking to Ruthie, telling her that she should have a conversation with Wanni, and Ruthie was telling her how she would never sit to have a conversation with Wanni. And they were talking, Chinwe was like, just have a conversation with her. I feel like you should have a conversation with her so that she would let go of her guard, because right now her guards are up and it's too much. So speak to her so that she lets go of her guard, and just basically by then when you do that, she go lose guard, because by the time you have a conversation with her and then you now come at her, first of all, you having a conversation with her will melt her. Then you now having you now hitting her. That whole guard that she has been keeping of late as she entered the house, she go don't drop him. So you actually get what you are looking for. And I'm like, okay. Hey, Wanni, how long can you ignore? Chinwe had also said that, Ruthie should pity Wanni's broken waist. That Wanni have broken her waist, so Ruthie should pity her. Now, I don't know if Chinwe is giving this advice of just speak to her because maybe with the whole her being paired with Wanni for the bank bet tax, that kind of made her like Wanni again, which I doubt. Or it is a thing of, because Chinwe and Ruthie are besties. Or it's a thing of, come, we need to get Wanni riled up. And the way you are going, which I feel it is the second one, the way you are going at it, you will not get her to react. So you need to soften her up first before you get her to react. Well, that's the plan. That is what Chinwe have told Ruthie to do. So we don't know if Ruthie will actually go through with that and have a conversation with Wanni before she strikes on Wanni, but either ways, we all know that these people aim at provocation, and we all know that they have nothing to lose. It's the housemates that are still playing for the money that have things to lose. While they were having all these discussions, we had seen Wanni, Anita, Tofa, and Onyeka. And Wanni was just talking about how, this period is crazy. Like, Ruthie has been looking for her, but she's not going to give Ruthie that highlight. She's not going to even pay no attention to Ruthie. That Ruthie was coming towards her during the pool party. She was jumping like catfish and all that. like crayfish. She was jumping like crayfish and all. And she just kept on moving away from Ruthee because she's like, nah. And it's crazy. Anita was talking about how this whole thing is crazy. Why does it have to be now? Because she's on her period and all. And Wanni had agreed with her that, I mean, we are on our periods, and anytime we're on our period, we kind of get emotional and our emotions are all over the place. So why does it really have to be now? And for Wanni is like, she's not going to give Ruthee what she's looking for. She's not going to give her cheap highlights, except when Ruthee comes to beg for it, and then Ruthee goes ahead to lick her blood. This kind, I'm on my period right now. If Ruthee can't lick my menstruation blood, that is when I will have her time. I'm like, it's all right. It's okay. Also, we had the whole rocking of Topher and Anita's ship. Yes. Apparently, during the pool party, there was a time that Topher was dancing with Dami, and Suj had come and he had pulled Topher away. Now, how do I feel about all that? That was somehow, it was disrespectful. Yes, it was. I mean, Topher is not a child. He is not a child. So, you understand, he's not a child. So pushing him like that from Dami was somehow, and it was embarrassing for Dami. Well, Dami and Topher had a conversation, and for her, she was talking about how she does not understand why she will be dancing with him and Sud will come and pull him away. Yes, she was not happy about it, and for her, it wasn't okay. Yes, and for her, she has not even started clapping him. They were not clapping, nothing like that. She has not brought out her Abina shaker. So which one is all this nonsense that is happening? Topher had apologized to her that, I mean, the situation is that people know that they are with he's with Anita, so they are just trying to protect that. Yes, and she had told him that, I mean, yes, I like you and all, but I haven't even done anything. If you want me to stop talking to you, tell me. And guys, I felt like that was an opportunity for Topher, if he actually did respect his relationship and actually did did not want any drama surrounding him. That was an opportunity for him to say, girl, stay away from me and all. We are cool, yes, but I don't want to inconvenience the person I'm with. I want to respect her and all. But Topher did not tell Dami that. Dami had given him the check and Topher did not cash it. In fact, Dami also proceeded by saying that, I mean, she knows that she's happy for him, happy that he got someone that he likes and all that. However, she feels like he is 100 for Anita. He's giving her his all and all. Whereas Anita, on the other hand, is not 100 for him. And I feel like either ways, she has planted something in Topher's head. Topher is definitely going to think about this one way or the other. And it's going to come clashing. Yes, it's going to come clashing and all. Something else that had happened was Dami and Kassia having a conversation. And Kassia was, Dami was telling her that, I mean, she needs to tell the house that she's married and all. And she was telling her that, yes, she's going to tell the house. But before she does that, she wants to tell Victoria. Yes, she doesn't want to just spring it on the house and spring it on Victoria. She needs to have a conversation with Victoria, telling Victoria that, I mean, I'm married, Kellyrae is my husband and all, before the house gets to know. And Dami was talking about how she would like to be there when it happens. I'm like, I don't understand. Why do you want to be there? How is that your business? Well, Kellyrae and Ocee had spoken about how Anita is very mature and how if that whole thing happening between Topher and Dami was waiting be her name, Nelly, it will not go down well. Oh guys, this video has been a lot, yes, and a lot had happened in just one day of these housemates entering into the house. Now, guys, let me know how you feel about this biggest twist in the comment section below. For me, Biggie had to play this card because, I mean, his show was dying. His show was dying and it felt like he was the only one bringing content. So he had to do something to spice up his show again. Do I feel like it is fair? I don't really think it's cool. I don't really think it's cool, but then again, Biggie is trying to make money, so I don't blame the guy. If these housemates had actually done their parts by providing content, Big Brother would not be scrambling to bring content. That's the way I see it. And for you guys complaining, you guys were complaining about how he had taken Ruthie, Dami, and Chinwe out of the house, and how he had killed his show, blah, blah, blah. He has brought them back. So why are we still complaining? Because the complaints on the TL is a lot. Well, that's all I have for you guys on this particular video. Please, if you're yet to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button and click on notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. I love you all. Please, 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 I beg you, subscribe. Bye, guys.